hopefully one last adventure while I'm cocooned in warranty boxes and empty boxes for the day. Have a lady gave us a call. So this morning the AC seemed fine. However, as the afternoon wore on, she noticed it did not really seem to be cooling the house, and she started hearing a weird, horrible sound from outside. Said she dropped what she was doing, went outside and looked, and the outdoor unit did not appear to be doing anything or making any sound anymore. So went back inside. It was blowing through the vents still, so she shut everything down and gave me a call. So we'll drop by, see if we can get her going again for her Father's Day celebration this weekend, and hopefully it won't be something too major, so I can go see my father for the Father's Day celebration. Say it's trying to run. It's grinding to a halt, I would say. Let's see what it's actually doing in here. Check our amperage on the motor here. We're pulling almost 4, and it finally shut down. But basically that's because we're overpressurizing, because our fan is not spinning nearly the speed it needs to. So it could be a couple of things. It might be as simple as a capacitor, maybe the motor itself. So we'll check the capacitor first. So we are supposed to be a 35.5 microfarads. So on our capacitor here, that's our common, and that's our capacitor for our fan, and that's our capacitor for our compressor. So being that the fan is giving us issues, we'll just check that first. And we're showing 2.9, so we're definitely low on the fan side, being that we're supposed to be a 5. And our 35 is about 10 microfarads low too, so that can cause these things to run incorrectly. Capacitor gives it its starting phase shift essentially to make the magnets start back and forth, but it also lends efficiency while the motor is running, so that can cause it to run slowly, run backwards, not run at all. And even if it does start running in the correct direction, eventually it will overamp. So that may just be a capacitor, or we may have an issue with the bearings. We'll try the easy thing first though. So easy enough. A lot of the capacitors are similar this way, but a lot are not. Typically the most prongs you have are going to be the common, second most prongs the Herm or the compressor, third most prongs usually the fan motor. They're not all this way. Sometimes they'll all be an identical amount. If we were to peel this plastic back, we could probably see it. On this one you can see it a little better, but it actually says fan, Herm, and C for common on this guy here. But on this one, we know our yellow wire, being a Goodman package unit here, is going to be our Herm. Our brown is our fan. And our red wire just connects up to the top of the contactor here, up here, and that is our common. So that's also an easy way to figure it out if you don't look at the diagram. Well, it started up, but this fan motor, unfortunately, is going to be toast, so that is the bearings as well. So we'll replace this guy. Quarter horse, 1075. Alrighty. Always remember to pull your little rubber plug out of here. And we don't really need these studs. They just don't know how, where, or what application you're using these for. So they give you a ton of mounting options, which is good. We know by the shape of the blades that this is going to be spinning counterclockwise from the lead end, and this motor comes that way, so we don't have to change that. You do kind of have to pay attention to the height these blades are. As you notice, we have a lot more shaft length on this one than the other. And it does matter where your blades are placed in here. So having your blades way up here, not going to work. Have it too low, not going to work. Again, that's just me doing this from years. When I take these off, you know, I basically just feel how far it is. This was about 2 of my finger widths when I removed the blade last time. So technically we're not going to use this one, but we'll put it in there so it's safe. But these 2 wires being this is your neutral / common, whatever you want to particularly call it, being that it's 240 volt, it's really neither. But your wire with the brown and white is essentially just tied to this on your neutral side. So you can do it 2 different ways. You can either have a secondary capacitor with that hooked up, or you can just hook your brown to the opposite side your common is on the capacitor on the other side and not have to deal with the secondary wire. But as I said, we're just going to put it in here just to have it out of the way and safe. Tie our reversing wires up so they don't cause us any issues later. Always fun to have a customer call you back and say sparks are shooting out of the top of their new fan motor. We'll just pass our new wires through. Since we already have these nice wires here going exactly where we need, we'll just take advantage of our currently longer wires and splice them together. And we know from our previous motor the purple was actually the common, or the neutral, so we'll put that on the white here. Just using some butt joints. We know our brown wire and our brown wire are both for the capacitor. black wire and black wire are our 240 volt hot. Even though, again, the common / neutral on a 240 volt system is also hot. It's just, you know, referred to as the neutral for some reason. And being that we are inside this nice waterproof case, we're not going to worry about those getting wet. This, however, again, we're not using this because we're just going to take advantage of our capacitor we've already got in there. But we will put a little wire nut on top because that will be hot. Because again, it's directly tied to our white wire there. Just so we don't touch anything. This up a little bit with a wire nut. We attach it to our bundle here. Not a wire nut, zip tie. Getting old, words mean the same thing. I believe we're good. A little bit more entertaining than we had hoped. I was hoping initially, as undervalued as those capacitors were, that it was hopefully just the capacitor causing that fan to lag a little bit, because, you know, undervalued capacitor causes multiple things. That fan motor may not start in the correct direction, might start in the correct direction, might not start at all. Even if it does, it's not really hitting the efficiency it's needing and not really spinning as fast as it should. So I was hoping that was the case, and then as that happens, you know, you're not getting enough airflow through your condenser coil, so your pressure and your temperature is just going up and up and up on your poor little compressor down there. And eventually, should you have them on the particular unit, it will trip either the thermal safety or the pressure safety, or both, and shut down everything. And I do believe we saw that actually happen. After replacing that capacitor that, as I say, was undervalue on both sides, it ended up being that the bearings themselves were going bad on that fan motor as well, causing it to lag as it was spinning. And I believe we could actually hear a coffee grinder-esque sound coming from it, which is never good from an electrical motor. But so we ended up replacing both the capacitor and the fan motor on them and got them going for their Father's Day weekend celebrations. And now I'll go home and try to get rid of some boxes and stage stuff for warranty returns on Monday, and hopefully get to go see my father for Father's Day.